Hi class, as you know, we've been talking about weather and trying to distinguish what we can predict for the weeks and what our temperature may be for the day, if it'll be sunny, if it'll be raining and cloudy, if it'll be windy, if it'll be snowing. There's so many things to consider, such as where you live. Do we live somewhere where we experience all four seasons, or do we live somewhere that's typically pretty hot throughout the year consistently? Do we live somewhere where we see a lot of snow? So all of those factors are something to consider when we're looking at our weekly forecast and trying to predict what weather patterns we may see. So we know we've always got our thermometer, and obviously the higher our thermometer goes, the hotter it is. So typically down here, we'll see it's usually very cold. If we're just in this purple section, it's usually going to be a kind of cold day. As we go up the thermometer, so we've got in the blue we've got cold, in the green we've got cool, and then that yellow we're starting to get warmer, and then we get to the orange and we're hot, and then if we get to the red, we're very hot. So it's important to kind of gauge and know what temperature we're typically looking for. That way we know how to dress. Do we wear shorts? Do we wear jeans and a hoodie? Do we wear our big winter coat? What are we gonna wear? So we know partly cloudy means that we're gonna have a lot of sun, but we're gonna have some cloud coverage, which has the potential to make it not as warm outside. If it's cloudy, that typically means we're not gonna see much of our sun. So if we don't see the sun, then we can expect that we may need a jacket or maybe just some jeans for the day. If it's sunny, we typically know it's gonna be nice and warm out. We can get outside, get our exercise in, get to play with our friends, those fun kinds of things. And then if it's windy, we know that the trees are gonna be blowing. It could be a little cooler if the wind's going. If it's raining, we know that we'll see our clouds in the sky, and it's gonna be wet outside because when it rains, it's a bunch of water and it has the potential to get us super cold and wet. There is warm rain, but depending on where you live, it could be a little colder. If it's storming, we know that we need to take cover and not be outside because there's lightning, and lightning can be dangerous. If it's snowing, then we know it's gonna be super cold. We're gonna need our beanies, our gloves, all that good stuff. So now that we know and we've been talking about what our weather looks like, let's go ahead and take out our weather chart that we got this week. So this is our weather chart, and we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we'll go ahead and fill out what our weekly temperatures were for the week. And then we'll see if you guys were right on or spot on with determining if it was sunny, windy, raining, or snowy. So we live in Colorado, so we have the potential to see all types of different kinds of weather. So it could be super hot and sunny one day, and the next it could be freezing. It could even potentially snow. That's just Colorado. We've seen our ups and our downs, but the great thing is we have about 300 days of sunshine. So a lot more sunshine than most other states will see. So we know that on Sunday we had a temperature of 65. On Monday we had a temperature of 70. On Tuesday we had a high temperature of 69. On Wednesday we had 75. Thursday was 72. Friday was 72. And then Saturday was 69. So here is our temperatures for the week. And let's go ahead and identify if we had a sunny day on Sunday. So for the temperature of 65, that's pretty warm here. Could be warmer. We've seen hotter, but because we're in our spring season, we are, starting to inch up on our higher temperatures. So 65 was a sunny day. On Monday we had 70 degrees, and that one was pretty sunny. And on Tuesday we also had our temperature of 69, which we would say would be sunny. Wednesday we would say was pretty hot. It was actually getting as our highest temperature that we saw all week at a temperature of 75. So I think it's safe to say that it was pretty sunny. On Thursday, we had a temperature of 72, along with Friday. They were both a high of 72, so we can also identify that that was pretty sunny. And then on Saturday, it kind of came down a little bit to 69, but we are still sunny. So our chart should look something like this. We've got all sunny days. So we could predict that there's probably a great chance of it being super sunny the next week. We could say that we did have some cloud coverage maybe on Sunday when it was a high of 65. So maybe our observation for that day would be there were more clouds out for that day. And just kind of indicating that we did see some clouds that week. So for this next week, I'm gonna print out another weather chart for you, and I'd like to see what our predictions say. Are we correct? Or are we gonna see a few days where it may rain or it's a little cloudy, or could we get some snow? So I appreciate everyone interacting and engaging, and I look forward to seeing if our predictions are correct or not. Thanks guys, have a great night.